Welcome back to Hannity. She is recognized as one of the most accomplished competitive shooters in the business, and when Jessie Duff was on this very program last week, her gun demonstration quickly became the talk of the blogosphere, and now she is back to continue to debunk the myths and misconceptions about firearms as the gun control debate heats up in Washington and beyond. Back with me now, world champion shooter Jessie Duff. Everyone's at all weekend. Who's that girl? Who is that lady? She's good. How was the reaction?
I'm sorry?
How was the reaction to your appearance?
I have gotten amazing feedback, just a lot of support of what I did on the show with the demonstration, and a lot of people who really didn't understand it until they saw that piece. So I feel like it was a great thing, and you know, I just want to help educate those who might not understand things that seem very everyday terminology to me in my community. So. Yeah. It was a good thing.
Let me put up on the screen, you shot an AR-15, I think it was a 30-06, a shotgun with a slug, and then a shotgun with I think it was a slug and pellets, correct?
Yeah, just a waterfowl round.
Okay, well, all right. So we're showing them on the screen. Explain, if you can, the difference.
Well, the difference in the firearms first, one is, to begin, they are all semi-automatic. I want to get that out there, just so everyone knows. These are all semi-automatic firearms. There was the .223 rifle, the AR-15, the 30-06, and then the 12-gauge shotgun. These all have different projectiles, different calibers, but they all function the same. They all look different, have different uses. But the point I was trying to get across to everybody is that these are all semi-automatic firearms, and when you pull the trigger once, it fires once. They don't spray bullets everywhere like you see in Hollywood or on the movies or in video games. These are semi-automatic, so I have to pull the trigger every time they were fired, which is what I showed in the demonstration.
It was pretty dramatic in terms of showing the small hole from the AR-15 versus the shotgun. Explain why, the logic, if you can think of it, why that would be banned, but not the one that puts a big gaping hole.
Well, the only thing I can think is there's just a miscommunication of what the AR-15 really is. You know, you hear the term assault weapon or assault rifle, and it's used so often in the media, but they're using it, in my opinion, in the wrong context. An assault rifle is something that is fully auto. It's something when you pull the trigger, it will fire rounds until the feeding device is empty. And they are categorizing the AR-15, semi-automatic AR-15, in that with this weapons ban. And by taking an AR-15 and having cosmetic features on it, it is now banned. If you strip it from all of those features, it's not banned, but the bottom line is it's still the same rifle. Imagine having, when you go car shopping, you can look at a standard vehicle, or you can look at something that has all the bells and whistles with leather and power seats. It's still the same vehicle. It still functions exactly the same. And that's where I think the confusion has set in with the AR-15 and why it's being banned. It's cosmetic features.
And we have the top gun that's on the screen now. If you see, the only difference between these two guns is one has a pistol grip, but it's the same gun, would do the same amount of damage. One's legal, one's not. In New York, prior to this new law, they had a limit on 10 bullets in a magazine. Now they reduced that to 7. Interestingly, Obama wants a 10 magazine clip max. The 7-bullet number is magic for anti-gun people because that renders what percentage of semi-automatic pistols illegal?
It renders a lot of them. Just about everything that I use in competition would be illegal with, you know, it has more than 10 rounds. I don't understand the ruling behind that, and keep in mind, I'm not a politician, I'm not a spokesperson for the NRA, I'm just a law-abiding citizen who supports the Second Amendment right, and I feel, especially for our law enforcement, I want them to have all the equipment and tools necessary to keep our people safe. And by limiting them to 7 rounds, in my opinion, that's not letting them do their job to their full capability. So I don't see the reasoning behind that, but that was not my call.
All right, Jessie, the next time you're on the program, I'll be on the range with you.
Yes.
And we'll have a contest.
That sounds wonderful. I would love that.
All right, I get a 50-shot advantage. Is that okay?
I'll give it to you. Only you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for the demonstration the other night, too.
Thank you.